It was cold, the crowd was loud, and the Bengals got their first win in the AFC North this season. Hi again, everyone, and welcome into Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com here at Acrisure Stadium, where I got it right this time, where the Bengals took down the Steelers 37-30 to improve to 6-4 on the season, 1-3 in the AFC North, and just like that, boom, they are in the playoffs if the season ended today. Now, how much does that matter? It doesn't. What does matter is the Bengals kept pace in the AFC North with the Ravens winning. They distanced themselves from the Steelers of the world and some of the other clutter that's in the middle of the AFC playoff race. Not that the Steelers were, but this was a must-win coming into today. And from the jump, the Bengals got out to a quick start, whether it was 3-0, Evan McPherson with a 45-yard field goal. Then they take a 10-3 lead. Then, suddenly Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense is answering, and it's 10-10. Well, Burrow and the Bengals go 92 yards and make it 17-10. And I think that's the thing that was so impressive about today. And it's not like the defense didn't show up, but this offense was a well-oiled machine. Burrow, he finished with 2 interceptions. Guess what? Neither one were his fault. It was just a batted pass, or a deflected pass. I'm not sure if that truly was an interception, and they reviewed it and said it was. Okay, it was. And then TJ Watt makes one heck of a play, but Burrow throws for 350-plus, 4 touchdowns with no Jamar Chase, no Joe Mixon in the second half. T. Higgins has the best game he's had this season and was just instant offense. He had, on that 92-yard drive, he had 4 receptions. He had the fade route at the start of the third quarter, actually in this end zone on that side. The fade route that set up the go-ahead touchdown and gave the Bengals the lead for good. There was just so many people on offense that contributed. Samaje Perine with 3 touchdowns. Who would have thought that Samaje Perine would have 3 touchdowns? And he talked after the game, and we would have used some of it, but it was just so loud with the Bengals celebratory music, and he's such a soft-spoken guy that we're not going to. But Joe Burrow, after the game, and we did post Joe Burrow's news conference, it's up right now here on CBT, praising Perine, how he's such a pro's pro, how he always puts in the work, how he'll do anything that the Bengals ask him to do. And we've seen that, from special teams to obviously catching passes, dump-offs, screens, the screen pass that went for 29 yards and a touchdown. And then Trenton Irwin, his first career touchdown today, and Burrow giving him a big hug. Everybody really excited for him, happy for him. This was a complete team win. And don't look now, but and I know we always talk about the 0-2 start, but after the 2-3 start, the Bengals are now 6-4. So 4-1 over the last 5. And I know the Cleveland game is really ugly and it feels but they're playing pretty good football right now. And they played well in a hostile environment. And that's really my big takeaway, I think, from this game is the offensive line held up. This offense was a well-oiled machine. Burrow was unflappable. And they did it in a place against a team that, say what you want about their record, but the Steelers' defense is legit. They got dudes on that defense, right? Whether it was Minka playing and coming back after that appendix surgery 8 days ago or whatever it was. TJ Watt was back and obviously making plays. Alex Highsmith and Jonah Williams neutralized Highsmith. Lel Collins held his own and then some, I'd say, against TJ Watt. Joe Burrow said that they didn't give those guys much help after or during the game, and they're putting them on islands because they are a drop-back passing team. Burrow said that multiple times, and that is their identity. That's what they want to do. That's what they plan on doing. And so it was good to see them do that against a defense like this and be able to continue to move the ball up and down the field. That was one of the things in my prediction that certainly did come true. Maybe not the score, but the fact that the Bengals offense was able to move the ball up and down the field. They got more touchdowns than I expected. I only thought they'd score 26. They score 37. Just a huge, huge game for the Cincinnati Bengals team to get the 6-4. Zach Taylor was pumped up afterwards. This team was pumped up afterwards. Make sure you follow us, by the way, on Instagram. Check us out on Twitter as well, because I do post some videos that you're only going to get there. But it's the CBT brand, right? So other things that are worth noting, and let's talk a little bit about the defense. They were awful in the first half. Gave up 20 points. This Steelers offense didn't have a touchdown longer than 8 yards this season. until Najee Harris broke one right over here, actually, and hurdled over Jesse Bates for 19 yards. And then later in the half, George Pickens, 24-yard touchdown. It's rough, right? It was like, really, is this what the defense is going to be? Because if so, and they responded by, I would say, allowing just 7 points in the second half, and it was garbage time. Technically, it was 10. 3 on the T.J. Watt interception where they forced a 3-and-out, and they forced 4 straight 3-and-outs to start the second half and really just handled business and shut things down and allowed the offense to do what the offense is capable of doing, and that was put up points and move up and down the field. Let's get to my man Money Mac because, I might have coined that on Locked On Bengals, but boy, is he money. I mean, 54 yards. It is cold here. It is really cold. You can see my breath on the camera. And to boom a football that hard, that long, that far on target, it's just really, really impressive. And that's what he's done. He had the 54-yarder. He had the 45-yarder. He was perfect from extra points. He had 3 made field goals. Evan McPherson was money today, so he deserves credit. So does Drew Chrisman. Drew Chrisman had some booming punts and was the holder on all of those Evan McPherson kick attempts. And making your first start in a hostile environment. We talked to him afterwards as well. We will have that video posted. In fact, by the time you're watching this, that video will be posted right here on CBT. So this was a complete team win. And the defense stepped up in the second half. The offense was good throughout, but stubbed their toe a couple of times because of deflected balls. And we asked about that. I know that was a hot-button topic. Zach Taylor was asked about that. He was like, look, the Steelers are just really good at that. And they do that a lot to opposing quarterbacks. So I don't think it's an issue. It certainly felt like a big issue tonight. But the Bengals, they overcame that. They overcame the crowd. They overcame being backed up on the 7-yard line right here midway through the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead. And the crowd, 66,000 paid members here, going crazy, and most of which obviously were Steelers fans. And what happened? Tyler Boyd back shoulder. Another play to Tyler Boyd. Matriculate the ball down the field. Boom. Scored the game-clinching touchdown. Samaje Perine. Just huge. Just a huge effort from all of these guys. And the fact that Boyd, and we talked to him, I was able to talk to T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd 2-on-1. I was the one. They were the two in a joint interview afterwards. So make sure you check that out if you haven't. But the fact that he was able to make plays with the game on the line, huge, huge, huge. This Bengals team, well, they're feeling good about themselves, and they have a tough test next week in Tennessee. You can bet your bottom dollar that we will be there here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. And by the way, Week 11 of the NFL season isn't over, so why don't you go to MyBookie right now, use promo code Bengals Talk, and get that 100% deposit match that I've been telling you about. Why? Because you are going to start making money now. You're watching the games anyway. So whether it's Sunday Night Football, whether it's Monday Night Football, whether it's the Bengals and Titans next week, whether it's the NBA, whether it's college football, whether it's college basketball, which is in full swing now, Crosstown Shootout is right around the corner. You got to get to MyBookie. Use promo code Bengals Talk. Take advantage of this offer today. You deposit $500. Use promo code Bengals Talk. They'll match it all the way up to $1,000. Huge win. Shout out to you guys, by the way. There were a lot of fans in the stands, even on the road, that mentioned Cincinnati Bengals Talk and Locked On Bengals and all Bengals. And I love it. I love each and every single one of you. I love when you guys say hi. And it was great to meet you if you were here earlier today. And like I try to always end conversations, especially on the road, because you're spending your hard-earned money to come here. I always hope that the Bengals send you home happy. They sent you home happy today. We will be back at it tomorrow, of course, right back at Paycor Stadium covering your team. So hit that subscribe button here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Ring the bell. Check out allbengals.com. And for Andrew Fox Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien signing off for now at no longer Heinz Field. It's Acrisure Stadium. I'm looking back there. You can't see it. There's a sign. I want to make sure I say it right. Acrisure Stadium, where the Bengals take down the Steelers 37-30 to improve to 6-4 on the season. I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.